everyone, thank you so much for coming back to my channel again. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how I got the look that I'm wearing right now. I got a lot of requests to do this look from my initial review for the hair that I'm wearing right now. I'll go ahead and put a link down below in the description box so that way you guys can check it out if you're interested. This is the look that I've been kind of gravitating towards when I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time on trying to figure out what I'm going to wear for my eyeshadow, or you know, kind of coming up with something. The focus is really on like the lashes and the highlighting, so I really feel like this is a great look for the summertime. But moving on, I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. Thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to see how I get this look, just go ahead and keep on watching. Hey guys, so just a reminder, don't forget to check the description box down below. I always put a list of all the products that I use in every single video down there, and it includes even the items that I apply off camera, like my primer, my foundation, as well as my brow stuff. So definitely don't forget to check that out just in case you have any questions about any products that I'm using. So since my foundation and my brows are already done, I'm going to go ahead and move on to concealer. For concealer today, I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear concealer, and I'm mixing two colors together. One is an NC30, and then I'm also using NC45. And I'm applying this onto any areas that I'm looking to highlight with a Morphe M224 brush. So once I have my concealer on any areas that I'm looking to highlight, I'm just going to go ahead and buff that in. So for a majority of this video, I'm going to be looking hella crazy. On most of my makeup tutorials, I always do my eyes first and then I do my concealer. So I'm kind of going in the opposite direction today. I'm going to be doing concealer first and then a little bit of stuff for the eyes. So I'm going to be looking kind of like a ghost for the first couple of minutes, but just bear with me. I promise it all comes together in the end. This is when I kind of noticed that I'm going to be looking really crazy for a lot of the time. But the next step is really, really important, I feel. I'm going to be using my foundation brush. This is the same brush that I use off camera to blend out my foundation. And I'm just going to go over the edges of the concealer just to make sure it's nice and blended out. Then I'm going to go ahead and set my foundation and just a little bit of my concealer using a Becca powder. This one is in the color Amber. And to set my highlight, I'm going to go ahead and use the Benai Luxury Powder in the color Banana. And I'm going to be using a sponge to apply this all over the areas that I highlighted, as well as the eyelid, just to make sure that concealer that I placed on there earlier doesn't crease up later on in the day. Before you put on your powder, you also want to make sure that you're blending out any concealer that could possibly crease. That's why I use that little small brush before I put on my powder to blend out the concealer like on the lower lash line, as well as my eyelids before I placed my powder on top. Then taking my Morphe M438 brush, I'm going to go ahead and dust away any extra product. I'm not going to let the powder sit there or anything like that or bake. I'm just going to dust it away right after. Moving right along, I'm going to go ahead and start bronzing and contouring my face. I'm using just a random powder that I found in my makeup kit. Then using Blunt by MAC, I'm going to take a more tapered brush and use this color to contour my nose. And then I'm also going to use just a tad bit on the hollows of my cheeks to really emphasize my contour. Once my nose is contoured, I'm going to go back in with my powder brush and go over my nose contour just to make sure that there's no harsh lines and to really ensure that the nose contour is blended. So off camera, I placed the Benign Banana powder underneath my cheek contour, as well as a little bit on the bridge of my nose just to highlight those areas and to sculpt out my cheeks a little bit more. Next, I'm going to go ahead and use this Chromagraphic pencil from MAC. This one is an NW35/NC42, and I'm just going to use this to line the waterline. For blush today, I'm going to go ahead and take Raizin by MAC, and using an e.l.f. blush brush, I'm just going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks. Next, I'm going to go ahead and start highlighting. I'm going to be using MAC's Pigment in the color Melon. I've been loving this pigment to highlight with because it's gold. I feel like those types of colors look so much better on my skin tone. So be really careful with this pigment. It's so easy to go overboard with it because it's a pigment, of course. So just be careful when you're using this. I always feel like I go a little bit overboard, but don't worry about it too much. If you do, your setting spray later on is really going to make the pigment kind of infuse into the skin and look a little less scary. So this next step is completely optional. I'm using MAC's Pearl Matte Face Powder in the color In for a Treat. Sometimes I feel like having a matte under eye area, then all of a sudden having this beaming highlight can be a little too contrasting. So I feel like this powder kind of underneath the eyes really gives the highlight something to blend into so it's not so contrasting in texture. And to set my face, I'm going to be using the Mario Badescu Rose Water Facial Spray. This is going to get rid of that powdery look and really infuse the highlight into the skin. I went ahead and applied my lashes off camera. I've been getting so many questions about what lashes these are. I stacked 2 pairs of the MAC number 35 lashes. Moving on to the lips, I'm going to start lining them with Cork Lip Liner from MAC. Then for my lipstick, I'm using the Balm's Meet Matte Hues liquid lipstick in the color Committed. Then once the lipstick is dry, I'm going to use the Melon pigment again from MAC and apply this on the center of the lips. This is just going to give the illusion of a fuller, more pouty lip. Thank you so very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave me some feedback down below in the comments. Also, show me some love by giving me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already. You can also follow me on my other social media networks. I have an Instagram, a Twitter, and a Facebook page. Twitter and Instagram are both MakeupTiffanyJ, and my Facebook page is Makeup by Tiffany J. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!